All right, we live, family. All right, peace and blessings. It's your brother, Omni Amanashi, also known as Omni Omnis. Salute to all the gods and the goddesses, the kings and the queens of the planet Earth, family. It's OmniVision EDU, Black News 720, and today I wanted to build with the family about root workers who go against karma, spiritual contracts, spiritual wager. All right, that's the title. People don't understand that the universe has natural laws, right? The law of attraction, a fundamental hermetic principle, right? Taught by Hermes Trismegistus, or other people call him Top, the guy who wrote the Emerald Tablets. It's an ancient script, all right? And it is very consistent with what we see and observe in nature. For every action, there's an equal to or opposite reaction. Now, what these new, spiritual, baby spiritualists, they're getting into this, witchcraft and root working and all that. And to my understanding, witchcraft, just like any other form of craft, is just you mastering, emphasis on nature and emphasis on the universe. So you have masculines and then you have feminines, all right? But anyway, in this modern time, people are coming into a lot of enlightenment, a lot of knowledge and information. But I don't believe that knowledge and information is for everyone, all right? Because people tend to weaponize things that are good, all right, into things that are bad. So even though it may be something that's pleasant, something that you may like, or something that's appealing to you in some type of way, it's still bad for you, family. Even with foods, it's like that. It's foods that you like that are junk foods, right? Tastes good, but you know it's bad, all right? And in America, we got, we amongst African Americans, we dealing with heart disease, right? Stroke, high blood pressure, right? Sugar diabetes. And we're catching these things at a faster rate than other groups, all right? So anyway, just an example of how you can appeal to something, how you can be attracted to something, right? And it's harmful for you. It's like a rat liking cheese and go straight to the trap and get snapped, right? You so in tune, you so thirsty for that cheese. You're going by your instincts, so you're not going by your internal GPS, family. So that's very important that we learn this, family, because like I told a brother today, like P. Diddy, I rock with him, know what I'm saying? I don't agree to everything that he does, but it's some things that he was doing that was positive, you feel me? And I feel like it's a reaction to the higher ups, getting mad at him about whatever he's done. I heard that, had something to do with BlackRock. But anyway, not to get off subject, this is a real thing, family. Karma is real. It's the natural laws of the universe. For every action is equal to or opposite reaction. There's also the law of correspondence in the Hermetic principles, all right? Meaning that, it's similar, there's a corresponding frequency. That's like when you flag in and you turn your radio, your Walkman on 20.1. The other individual who has his radio, his walkie-talkie, it has to be on the same station for y'all to communicate, for y'all to interact. All right, so this is law of correspondence. And so frequency and vibration is everything. It's like Nikola Tesla said, you want to know the secrets of the universe? Think in terms of frequency and vibrations. And so that's what we're dealing with, family. You see something that you like, it may be appealing physically, doesn't necessarily mean that it's spiritually good for you. All right? And so I'm training myself to have more discipline, to not just be chasing around everything and dealing, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not good for you, family. You can deal with somebody that brings you lower than you ever been. When you're dealing with somebody and you merge energies and frequencies with them, you're interacting with their biosphere, right? It's a field of energy that extends from the body of every living being. They call it the electromagnetic biosphere. And this biofield contains the information of your memories, your thoughts, your feelings, all right? And when you engage with people that you don't know, you are retaining their information. You're taking on their information. Now, sometimes when you deal with somebody, you can go up if y'all both are spiritual. You got plenty of beautiful women that are on low vibrational frequencies, right? They're out of ego. They taking your money, right? They taking everything from you. You going down the more you deal with them. And so it's not all about just, you know what I'm saying, the looks and the vain animalistic things. So we have to have discipline. We have to be spiritual so we know that we just can't be animalistic. We're human beings. All right? So I believe that there are spiritual contracts, right, in the universe. And then you have these root workers who learn this new information and they try to weaponize it for negativity against people. They put spells on people, roots on people. I've never done that. Now, I know this type of thing exists, but I only use my spiritual gifts for protection, to protect me and the people that I love. All right? That's what I use it for. I never put a curse or a spell on any other person because that's not my energy. That's not my vibration. So I don't use it for that. But I just wanted to touch on that topic for spiritualists who are using these practices for the wrong purposes. All right? So if you are putting a spell or a root on any person, and this person is a person who does not deserve that karma, that does not deserve that energy, right? Because that's what judgment is about. Judgment is a mathematical calculation of the energy, of the spirit, of the soul, all right? We're not trying to judge per se, but we're calculating and making sure that the energy is what it's supposed to be or what we're looking for, and not making it to be something that is really not, all right? And so anyway, I just want to put that message out there for you spiritualists who are playing around with the arts. You're going to bring very negative things to yourself. You're going to bring misfortune to yourself because karma, like I said, is a part of the structure, the order of the universe. You did something. That means that the universe must respond to what you did. Now, maybe you don't like this. Maybe you're Christian. Maybe you like to go to church and ask for forgiveness. You know how they got the Pope, you know, they mess with little kids, little boys, touch on little kids, right? And then you come to them and you ask them for forgiveness, right? You let them know all your problems. And you going to a man instead of going to the divinity. And so there's a lot of corrupt systems out here, family. But I'm telling you guys that spiritualists who practice voodoo, hoodoo, or whatever that it is, any type of root work that you're doing, that you're trying to put on a person that they do not deserve, their energy is going to turn on you, family. And like I say, you know, I've seen it happen. And then you wonder why people are going through the things that they're going through in life. All right? Now, in my life, I'm not the best person in the world, but I do have empathy. I'm not to the point of where my spirit cannot feel for others, right? I can see when somebody's doing something good. I can see when somebody has a negative intent, all right? I'm more of a spiritual type man than anything. Regardless of looks or however you think I look, I'm always paying attention to the energy, family. I'm looking for the intentions, how you coming. What is this about? What is you really on? You feel me? And so a lot of men, I advise you guys too, when you're dealing with these women, to look deeper than just the surface, family, because these people will put energies on you, spirits on you. They call them succubus, incubus, all right? And these energies will deprive you. They will take from you. They will cause you to be lower than you ever been, family. You have to separate yourself. You have to distance yourself from these energies. Now, you know the energy by the way it affects you, right? So energy, a person that has a comedic spirit, they're going to be funny. If they have a angry spirit, right? Then it's going to be a lot of negative, vile energy. So anyway, your spirit is your energy. And I just believe A lot of people are unaware of the other dimensions that exist beyond what we see. All right, so the physical world is the byproduct of the spiritual world. Now, you guys may be used to just going to pastors and preachers who go in the Bible and they read a few verses, and you feel like you learned something. You feel like something, like you have experienced something of substance. But I'm telling you guys that the spirit world is very real. And that's why I play no type of games with spells, with roots, because I know that that energy will follow you. It will consume you. All right? Because God is real. Now, you believe in whatever religion you want to believe in, but the universe is a real place. All right? And there's laws, there's order. The sun rises and it sets. Right? We have seasons that consistently repeat themselves in a structure, in an order. The DNA has a molecular and a biological structure. All right? So everything has order in the classical physics realm. And then we have quantum physics, all right, which is dealing with the heavenly realm. And so education is not limited to just, mundane human understanding. It's also dealing with the things that are beyond the average, human understanding or foresight. And so I just wanted to speak about that real quick, family. Be careful out there in this world, family. Just like with the COVID. When people got the COVID, you don't go around people with the COVID. You're going to get the COVID, right? You have to protect yourself. You have to censor yourself from being in certain environments that's harmful to your overall well-being. And so I'm not going to hold you guys too long, but I just want to let you know, if you out there and you putting roots and spells on people who did not deserve their energy, if they're saving animals, if they're a family person who loves children, who have values and morals and integrity, right? And they're about building and loving and being open and vulnerable and transparent. But for you, it's not enough. It's not enough toxic, karmic energy going on. So some people get bored with positive energy, right? And so they run to the people who are closer to their frequency. And so this is not for everyone. This is just for people who want to, reflect, and maybe you could save yourself from putting yourself in a bad situation, family. Do not play with spirits. Do not play with the universe, because the universe is very real. But I'm not going to hold you guys all day. Love and light to the family. All right? It's your brother. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace and blessings.